is one of the missions of JSA?
One of the missions of JSA is to empower youth. The way that we were empowered, I don't think in our minds it ever really reached us that we could do what we actually did. And they were sleepless nights, but at the end of the day, Stephen and his family are still here. And it just goes to show the power of youth and the power of people themselves in affecting politics.
Okay. And now are you still heavily involved with JSA or not much?
JSA kind of died out after the Maryland DREAM Act in November 2012, but essentially the core members are still very involved in grassroots organizations and the immigration reform movement, so, as am I.
Okay. So what are some other stuff that you're doing now?
So currently I'm kind of involved with United We Dream and immigration advocacy groups, heavily asking for a comprehensive immigration reform. And given that that's not really on the agenda right now, what we're advocating for is an executive action coming from the White House. After DACA was passed in 2012, we feel very strong that something needs to be done to help more members of our community. This has been brought out for too long. It's been the Latinos, the undocumented population has been used as a political strategy, and I can't explain enough how people are fed up with it.
Okay. And why is that so important to you, an immigration reform and DACA?
It's really important to me because I am an immigrant. I came here when I was 6 years old. I have seen firsthand what it is to be undocumented. I have seen many people suffer because of it. Jorge, he shouldn't have been in jail for a week. He is someone like you, he is someone like me, like any of us. Mm-hmm. There was no reason for him to be in a jail cell. He didn't do anything wrong. He is one of us. He is a peer in our classrooms. And it's just an injustice that people shouldn't be going through, because if they're coming here, it's to better themselves, and they can't do that with the current broken immigration system that exists.
Right, and John Boehner actually made a statement to President Obama telling him to, just basically leave his idea of executive action on immigration. What are your viewpoints about that?
Again, I think it's all a political strategy. Obama said that he wouldn't act on an executive action before the midterm elections, and now that the midterm elections are over and we see how Democrats heavily lost in the elections, Obama really wants to act on that. But now the Republicans, having taken control of the full Congress, they don't want him to do anything. But it's very realistic to think that they won't do anything on comprehensive immigration reform either. So, like I said, this has been happening on for too long, and something is better than nothing. Mm-hmm. So I definitely think that the executive action should be acted on.
Moving forward with the organizations that you're involved with, the Maryland Youth Committee?
Yeah.
What are your future plans from now on? Or what are some events that you're gonna, go to in order, I don't know if you're gonna keep with the immigration push?
I think that one of the main things that we're going to keep doing is working for executive action and comprehensive immigration reform. I think that with the new Congress coming in next year, we also have to ensure that DACA isn't, played upon either. We're finding temporary solutions, but I think that we still need to address the American public and make them realize that this is really a big issue that needs to be acted upon, because it affects all of us, not just Latinos, not just immigrants, it affects the country as a whole.
Okay. Any closing remarks? Okay, awesome.